Let's react to this. I want to see every detail, everything they're changing.
So Treyarch have just given us the launch guide for Black Ops 6 Zombies, telling us everything about what's going to be available day one, the changes that they have made ready for launch, including the touch-ups to the HUD and new settings, updates they've done to both maps, Liberty Falls and Terminus, all of the
I can't wait to play
augments and
Terminus.
gobblegums that are going to be available at launch, along with every lethal, tactical, support item, and much more. So let's go ahead and dig into the blog. We know we are getting 2 round-based maps at launch. They also reconfirm a 3rd map arriving before the end of the year. So by the time we've done everything there is to do on Terminus and Liberty Falls, we will have the 3rd round-based zombies map. Let's start off with the controversial and interesting
but
stuff.
I didn't know that was
the
happening.
updates they've done to Liberty Falls. Treyarch said since the debut of early gameplay footage at COD Next back in August, the zombies team at Treyarch has continued to iterate on the look, feel, and sound of Liberty Falls to crank up the map's creepiness factor. Heading into launch, players
Which is
can expect
important.
a moodier visual.
That was a big issue with this map, Liberty Falls, was a lot of the community was saying that the map looked way too plain, looked way too pretty for a zombies map, and the HUD was a huge thing. To any OGs that know, like Black Ops 1, even World at War, like the HUD was always just zombie feeling, right? This one isn't. So that argument, I do really feel like, what the fuck? What was the strat in that? Why'd they take that away? But it looks like they're bringing it back with this one.
Tone to the map, along with gorier set dressings and new environmental audio to more intensely reflect the chaos of a very recent dimensional breach. Additional atmospheric elements related to the map's main quest will also
GG's, I just got an ad.
be present throughout Liberty Falls as players begin to solve the mysteries waiting for them in the wake of the undead incursion. They've provided 2 images here. It looks like they've changed the setting of the map from bright daytime to a more moodier, cloudier feeling. The sky to me looks more grey, and on the second image there is a purple cloud in the background, which we can guess has something to do with the dark ether. That could
I'm assuming the changes though that they're gonna make for this map aren't gonna be extremely big, because like they already put out basically everything. I can kind of see like the grayness, I guess, and like it's not so bright. And I do see that they added this cloud. I don't know if it's a cloud that's going to form around the entire map, or if this cloud is just in sections. I don't really know what that is. Obviously it's a dark ether though, but I don't know.
be an element related to the main Easter egg, or that just might be something you'll see as you're playing the map regularly as well. Either way, they've touched up the atmosphere in Liberty Falls to, as they describe it, make it more moodier. Now, the big one which everybody's interested in are the touch-ups they've done to the HUD. Everybody hates the HUD in Black Ops 6 Zombies. This has been a problem ever since Black Ops 4, really, and especially in Black Ops Cold War and then Vanguard and then Modern Warfare 3 Zombies.
I never played Vanguard. Honestly, somebody can donate me thousands of dollars, I will not touch Vanguard Zombies. That's like probably one of the most disgraceful zombies that's out there, in my opinion. Argue with me about it.
Like it belonged in multiplayer. It really could have been an MP HUD. All the community was asking for was some unique zombies elements to be added to it, and well, it looks like Treyarch have made some touch-ups. So they say the UI team has also continued to update the game's modular HUD, touching up some of these zombie-specific elements that can appear across most HUD preset options, as well as adding new settings. So they've now added character portraits to the lower left corner of the screen. Remember, you can change the HUD to however you want. You can even get rid of the HUD altogether. But
they didn't have that in Cold War.
These changes that Treyarch have made. So they've now added a picture of the character you're playing as down the bottom left, which instantly looks better. General alignment and color adjustments have also been made across the entire HUD. Perk icons are now positioned closer together. Zombie-specific widgets have been added for certain in-game actions. In-game gobblegum reward animations have been added, and they've also included a visibility slider that allows players to fine-tune or completely disable additional HUD elements, including score feeds, medals and notifications, minimap capacity, weapons and equipment information, and more. So basically,
adding the picture though is huge. It's not that big of a, I still think the HUD is pretty plain, but I mean, from Black Ops 4, I mean, you were always able to see your character. I think in Cold War, the reason why you weren't able is because like you would be able to play as your own operator on the zombie maps. So they took this off where you weren't able to see who you were playing as. But now I think they're going back to where like there's only 4 characters you can be as. So it's important. I feel like that's important that they add that because that's how it was in the old Black Ops Zombies.
Basically, everything that you see appear on screen in a game of zombies, anything that pops up from damage counters to points numbers, rewards, medals that you earn, you can either totally disable altogether, or you can keep on screen and just lower the opacity. So you can...
I do like though how they're adding, like, we're able to do whatever we want with the HUD though, which is kind of cool. Because I mean, to be honest, like the HUD is like still pretty plain, but I mean, I'm not really gonna be focusing on the HUD as much. But as somebody who's has played the other CODs, yeah, the HUD to me is pretty whack, in my opinion. But again, at the same time, I'm more focused on what I'm shooting and not really the HUD. But I do see where like the HUD's ass.
have it at like 50%, meaning it won't be at full brightness and you can sort of see through it so that it's not as imposing, but you've still got it on your screen to use. I generally think this is a really good option. It might be the best out of the bunch, to be fair, because I'll admit the minimap is super useful in zombies, but it can take away the immersion. So if I now have the option to make it less visible, but it's still there if I really want to see it, if I squint, that's a good addition. So just looking at the HUD, I think this is a lot better. You could argue there were still some smaller things that could have been added just to zombify it. For example, on Black Ops 3 we had the light bulb right here.
Yeah, see, that was so
just
cool.
Placed on the screen instead of plain regular boxes like this would have been cooler, or at least an option to do that. But the HUD does look better. I think the biggest difference to me visually is the character icon down the bottom left. Moving on though, within the blog post they pretty much give us a tour of Terminus, the different areas that you will find on the map. I'm not going to go through them in detail, but there's the selling guard station, the security overlock and control center, the living quarters.
So basically these are all the areas that we're able to go through on the Terminus map.
The storage area, the mess hall, sea tower, biolab, shipwreck. We know Terminus is a huge map, and to be fair, people were happy with this.
Yes, in my opinion, Terminus was, dude. That's the map I'm most excited to play. Liberty Falls is like I'm still gonna play it. Like even though it doesn't look the best, I'm still gonna play it. Still gonna enjoy it. Liberty Falls, in my opinion, though sucks, like look wise, but I'm still gonna play it though. You know, because I just love zombies. Terminus though looks fire, and I'm so excited. That's the one I'm so excited to just grind out and have the most fun on.
But he was really complaining about the feel of Terminus because it looks like a good map. It is a standard zombies map that you would expect. So as far as that goes, apart from the HUD, which is not to do with that map specifically, no changes needed to be made to it. So that's fine. We've already spoken about the changes they've made to Liberty Falls. We then get off them an overview of the augments, which if you don't know are unlockable gameplay advantages that you can apply to every Coca-Cola, ammo mod, and field upgrade in the game that will give you the ability to customize.
They had that in Cold
experience.
War.
So there are 108 augments in the game, which are divided as follows. So for the perks, there are a total of 8, each with 6 augments. For the ammo mods, there are a total of 5, again with 6 augments, and there are 5 field upgrades that all have 6 augments as well. Let's take a closer look at each one of them. So starting off with the perks, the major Juggernog augments are called Probiotic, which slightly increases the maximum health of Juggernog, Turtle Shell, which means armor will act as a shield on your back, completely absorbing damage from behind. So essentially the shields from back in the old days, BO3, BO2, how they used to work. And the other major Juggernog augment is Reactive Armor, which is when armor plates break, nearby normal enemies are stunned for a short time. The minor augments for Juggernog are called Retaliation, deal bonus damage while health is low. Hardened plates, armor plates now have more damage mitigation, and durable plates slightly increase armor durability. The major augments for Stamina Up are as follows: Freefaller become immune to fall damage, Dasher increase tactical sprint duration, and Stalker allows you to walk faster while aiming. The minor augments for Stamina Up are Hard Target, while tactical sprinting projectile damage is reduced, Quarterback, use equipment while sprinting, and Hot Foot, gain a speed boost after your equipment kills an enemy.
That's pretty
the major
fire.
augments for Speed Cola
You can
are
really make,
supercharged,
like,
which means field upgrades will recharge a bit faster, Classic Formula, where your reload speed is even faster, or Phantom Reload, weapon magazines are slowly refilled over time. And the minor augments, Speedy Roulette, the mystery box settles much faster, Quick Swap, swap weapons faster, and Fast Pitcher, deploy equipment faster.
Before anyone thinks that this is too much, low key, I do know they said like for people that want to do high rounds in this zombies, I think Treyarch said that this is going to be one of like the hardest zombies to do like high rounds.
The major ones for Deadshot Daiquiri are Deadhead, you get a further increase in critical damage, Dead First, deal double critical damage if an enemy is at full health, and Dead Again, which means critical hits have a chance of adding a bullet to your magazine. And the minor augments for Deadshot are Dead Break, which increases damage to armor pieces, Dead Draw, reduce hit fire spread, and Dead Set, reduce gun movement while performing advanced movements. We then have Quick Revive. The major augments for this are EMT. Reviving an ally allows them to keep all of the perks on their bleed out bar. Equivalent Exchange, killing an enemy while down will revive you and remove Quick Revive. This can be done up to 3 times. And Dying Wish, on lethal damage, become immune to all damage for 2 seconds and keep 1 health. Quick Revive is removed on use. And then the minor augments for Quick Revive are Swift Recovery. Reviving an ally increases both of your movement speeds for a short time. Karmic Return, reviving an ally heals you to full health. And Slow Death, which increases your time on last stand. We then have Elemental Pop. The major augments are Citrus Focus. If a weapon has an ammo mod applied, Elemental Pop will only activate that one. Imperil Peach. Enemies that hit you have a chance to trigger a random ammo mod. And Electric Cherry. Reloading creates an electric damage discharge that damages and stuns nearby normal enemies. The emptier the magazine, the stronger the damage. So I think that one basically confirms we aren't getting Electric Cherry in BO6 Zombies. And then the minor augments for Elemental Pop are Vulnerabine. Slightly increase enemy elemental weakness damage. Pineapple Blast. Equipment can also trigger a random ammo
Elemental
mod.
Pop
And
though.
Chillberry. Slightly reduce all ammo mod cooldowns. We've then got PhD. The major ones
PhD,
are Gravity MD. Just
like
falling from
too.
heights creates explosions. DRM. Tactical Sprint. Knocks down and damages base zombies, which sounds interesting. And PhD Slider, which means if you slide into zombies instead of dolphin diving onto them, you will trigger the explosion. We've seen that one in Cold War Zombies. And the minor augments are Environmentalist, become immune to environmental damage while sliding, EOD Technician, slightly reduce height and distance requirements for explosions, and Tribe Biologist, sliding distance and speed is increased. And then for the final perk, Melee Macchiato, the new one, which if you don't know, allows you to punch the zombies, but the major augments are Espresso, all melee attacks are slightly faster.
That's the new
Vampiric
perk
Extraction,
that's in this
melee
game.
attacks heal a small amount of your health, and Triple
And I
Shot,
crap
your
myself.
punch can hit
Same.
multiple enemies at once. And then the minor augments are Stick and Move, backpedal speed is increased after a successful melee attack, Strength Training,
Same.
your punch can one-kill normal zombies for
Yeah,
longer,
Melee
and Hidden
Macchiato is a
Impact,
new
melee
perk
kills, reloads a
for
portion
zombies.
of your weapon. There are then all of the augments for the ammo mods. I'm not going to go through all of them. I will show you up on screen, or you can check out the blog for yourself if you want to. Perks really interesting. The ones for the ammo mods, not so much. But we have the standard Brain Rot, Cryo Freeze, Dead Wire, Napalm Blast, and Shadow Rift, which is the new one. All can be upgraded in 6 different ways, and the same applies to the field upgrades.
I wonder what Shadow
where
Rift
we have
does.
Energy Mine, Frenzied God, Dark Flare, Healing Aura, and Ether Shroud, with their own upgrades as well. Of course, loadouts are also returning to zombies, something that a lot of people actually didn't want to come back from Black Ops Cold War or Vanguard or MW3. People just wanted the classic zombies where you start off with your pistol and then build your way up buying wall weapons or mystery box weapons. But loadouts are returning. As far as I can tell, there's not really any changes besides from the fact that we now have gobblegums. So essentially,
I'm
just in
surprised
case-
they didn't give us an option where we can turn that on or off, where we can run like this version of zombies, or we can turn on like a classic zombie mode where it's just a pistol and wall gun by and like a mystery box hit.
If you don't know how it works, you choose your weapon, so your primary or secondary, from an assault rifle to SMG, shotgun, LMG, marksman rifle, sniper, pistol or launcher. You then choose your close quarter weapon, which is your melee, your field upgrade, your tactical equipment, your lethal, and your gobblegun packs as well. And all of that you'll start off in the game
Which
with
is
on
so
round one.
cool they're
The
bringing that
tacticals
back.
available in the game are the concussion, smokes, stim shots, decoys, charge, symbol monkeys, and the Casmirs, which are essentially the small Gersh device. The lethals are the frag, sticker grenade, C4, thermo grenade, impact grenade, molotov, blast trap, and the combat axe. For the support equipment in zombies, the things that you can craft off the crafting table that you'll be able to spend your salvage on are the armor plates, RCXD, the LDBR, Hellstorm, Sentry Gun, Mangler Cannon, Chopper Gunner, Mutant Injection, and the Self Revive, along with all of
basically
the available gobblegums. These are
stuff
them
from,
up
like,
on
Cold
screen
War.
now. Again, I'm not going to go through them. There's a load of new ones there and a load of old ones as well, and what they do, from epic rarity to just standard to legendary gobblegums, ultra gobblegums, and whimsical gobblegums. So there we go. As always, hopefully you've enjoyed the video today. Check out the blog for yourself. What do you think of these changes? There'll be a lot more to come, so
Yeah, so I mean, the fact that they're listening to the community is amazing, and it's awesome for once they're finally listening to us. Unfortunately, I do feel like they're not going to be able to change much of Liberty Falls since release date is literally in a week, next Friday. But I mean, I did see they toned down the weather, I guess, look, so it does look like it's kind of cloudy, maybe like a chilly looking vibe. And then there was some dark ether clouds in the air, I guess. But to be honest, they're not going to be able to change much because they've already done it. But I do hope they learn from Liberty Falls, and then the other map that we're getting, because in total we're getting 3 maps this year. The new one we don't know yet. Hopefully they learn from Liberty Falls, and the third one doesn't flop. In my opinion, though, Terminus is gonna be an amazing map, and that's the one I'm most excited to play. If you guys do agree, let me know down in the comments below. Okay. Anyways, enough of that.